up, folks? Nigeria here, along with my buddy David, and today we're going to have a full house because definitely a very, very exciting moment and interview that we have for you all. You might have just seen our reaction videos. You might have just seen me and David putting out this review of this film, and now we have the director and writer and the stars of the film. So we got director, writer Jake Horowitz, who's already been to the show in an interview 5 months ago. God, time is flying. And then we have the
3 years ago at this point.
Yeah, you're right. And then we have the stars of the film, Storm Steenson and Alexander Oliver. Cup of Cheer is available in select theaters as of November 2nd. And if you go to cupofcheermovie.com, you can get your movie tickets and exclusive cast and crew Q&A screening. So you might want to jump on that ASAP because there's actually one tonight and you do not want to miss out. So let's bring them in now. But before we do that, I think we got to prepare for this because we just got word around town that this is the cool look of the evening. So let me bring in the guest. Hello.
Oh, this is what we call the Storm Steenson.
So just
how we all dress in Canada.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, we're talking about a cup of cheer today, not Men in Black, right?
Like the most like ostentatious Men in Black you've ever seen. It's like they would not blend in at all.
Mr. Jake Horowitz, step to the front of the line. How the hell did we get to this point? No doubt. How did we get to this point? 5 months ago, we were just talking about you doing another project, and here we are.
I didn't sleep for 5 months. That's what happened. Yeah, is that 5 months ago? Oh my god, feels like 5 years ago.
Oh yeah,
glad to hear you're spending your quarantine time wisely. I mean, 2 movies during quarantine. That must be a record.
Yeah. It might be a world record in terms of movies during COVID.
Yeah.
And congratulations, Alex and Storm. You two as the leads of this film. If it wasn't for you two and the energy with you two, what would we have done for that time period? What a crazy ride of this movie. Oh, I've got so many questions, but before I get into my questions, David, I'll let you start off with yours.
Hey, so I guess, yeah, I mean, All About Who You Know came out in May, I think, and then The Cup of Cheers coming out in November, both released in quarantine. So, Jake, you're kind of turning this into a closet industry. How did you go about promoting this film, and did anything change with this film versus All About Who You Know, just to kind of get it out there and get people this content that we all desperately need?
Yeah, I mean, this one, I'm a lot more excited for. I think is what everybody needs. Alex and Storm are so good and it's so funny along with everybody else that I just think it's been the worst year ever. And really, I think that a comedy is it's the cure for an hour and a half of your year. The rest of the year is still going to be shit. But that hour and a half where you're watching Cup of Cheer, that'll be really good. Yeah, we were just trying to get it out to as many people as possible, and that's why we wanted to release it on Tubi for free so that everyone can watch it and not have an excuse not to.
That is awesome. That's everyone is streaming now. Everyone's kind of stuck at home, so just having some avenue to, like you said, have an escape for an hour and a half, and especially to have it be free is just fantastic.
Yeah,
and there's 2 months left in this year. It could get better. I guess it could also get much worse.
Or they could just give us another film at this rate.
Alex and I are already here. We can just shoot one real quick for you guys.
Really quick.
Storm's coming up in a few hours, so she'll be in the second half of the film.
Some sort of horror movie that happens in the drive-in.
Yeah. So Alex and Storm, congratulations again. This is your first feature film working with Jake, who, I said in the review, and I would say to you too as well. I think when it comes down to Jake and his writing, when he envisioned characters, he really brings them to life. So looking at the leads of this film, first time speaking to you all, I knew you had to be very special because it's just how he makes his characters resonate with us. So knowing and have seen Jake's works in the past, reading the script, which I know y'all both said was absolutely hilarious, did you have any clue what you were getting into?
Well, I think I kind of had an idea. I'm gonna just put these up here for a sec.
All right,
Minute.
it's no fun time.
My audition script. One of the first scenes, the character had to eat a pine cone, and I think that was my moment when I knew it was going to be a little bit. It's going to be a little bit different, a little bit strange. There's going to be some interesting things that I would have to eat afterwards. And
So did you commit to that? I mean, did you eat a pine cone for this film? Because this would be a good thing for young actresses and young actors to know when they're trying out for roles, like how far you have to go.
You know what? I probably would have if they really needed me to.
Create some gross shit for us.
I was lucky enough because Jess had made a little fake pine cone. She put some cocoa powder and I can't remember what it was. I think it was squash or something like that.
It was chocolate frosted flakes individually placed into a sweet potato. Piece by piece. It took her many hours. Our production designer, Jess Kramer, and and she did so many of them. And it
honestly
really
so good too, right? So good.
Jess is really great, and doesn't make anyone eat gross.
No,
things.
you know what? And everything. The best part about Jess, with we're talking about these props, is that the things that she makes are actually so nice that you want to keep eating more of them.
Yeah,
that was a delicious treat that I was excited to try.
Sounds like there's some merchandise opportunities here.
I was just about to say
that. Boutique edible pine cones.
Yeah, make sure they're locally sourced. You get all the buzzwords.
My mom made this for me.
Oh, really?
Your mom, the merchandise director of Cup of Cheer.
Yeah,
there is actually merchandise. The little dogs in the film, the Santa dogs. You can buy those on our website along with DVDs.
Oh, nice.
That was as good a time as any to shove that in there.
There we go. Our review copies must have gotten lost in the mail somewhere. So Alex, I guess how did you find this role, and did you know what you were getting into? Had you worked with Jake before?
I think I'd never worked with Jake before, so that's my first red flag. I think that what Storm said is right. You read the script, and I've never had a script just jump off the page for me before. Never. They gave us 15 pages of this audition material, and I remember being like, what the heck is he doing? I do not have time to do 15 pages. But then you read it and you need to do it. It's so funny. The script really, really leaps from the page. And I think that just gave me a great idea of what I was in for, what we were in for. And I had so much fun on set.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that definitely came through. It's how much fun you all had making this film and kind of the camaraderie you all had. Mm-hmm. Did you all do anything to kind of prep before? Or, I mean, the movie's so silly that you might have just all became friends during the filming, but did you all do anything before to kind of...
Alex and I hate each other. I don't want them sitting next to me right now.
I would say, Jake, blink twice if you need help, but I wouldn't be able to help.
I actually, while we were filming, Liam, my brother, and I spent a lot of time together, even at one point bunking up in bunk beds together to try to forge a little bit more brotherly
2 people
love.
On the top bunk. The bunk was
nobody likes the bottom bunk. We both got shot at the top, and so that was a nice little cute thing. Falling asleep, listening to each other talk.
Yeah, we all actually lived in the same house where we were shooting, so that's how we all bonded so quickly and became really good friends to this day.
Yeah, just to clear everything up, I think Jake is brilliant, which is why I'm sitting right beside him.
Lift your hands, make sure your hand check, make sure they're safe.
I'm only friends with people who think I'm brilliant.
Yeah.
So,
oh my goodness. I can't even get my question out.
Yeah, no, I'll jump in. So how did you this film, clearly I can't tell if it loves or hates Christmas movies. Maybe it does both. How did you all prep for this movie? Did you just watch like all the Christmas movies? Did you watch none of the Christmas movies?
I actually gave the guys a watch list, and none of them included Christmas movies. Weirdly enough, they included a lot of satire and spoof, some David Wayne movies, and of course Airplane and stuff like that.
Favorites.
But I think we are all aware of. I mean, I think I can't speak for Alex and Storm, but I think you guys have auditioned for those movies before, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just very it's very common.
Yeah.
It's very common here, though, that everybody goes out for those kinds of things.
Yeah. I don't know, Storm.
Usually.
Let's just cut this part. Don't worry about it. Never mind. I'll take it back.
No,
Okay.
I think the funny thing is like I have gone out for a lot of Hallmark Christmas movies.
But everybody does.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
And I haven't booked a single one. So it's funny that I would book the one where we're making fun of them. You know? I think that's the real treasure hidden in this for me.
I think
this will be your springboard into like feel good holiday Christmas movies. You can just show them this, be like, look, I've done it before.
I actually said to them before we started filming, I hope neither of you ever want to be in a real one of these. I don't think they're going to look at that. They're all banned.
So really quickly, Alex. Now I just want to know, were you any remote bit serious of this? You said that this film was a kids movie.
Okay.
Watch it with your toddlers.
in the promos.
It must be just like a Canadian mistranslation. Did you mean childish, or did you mean?
Yeah, no. The viewing criteria here is really lax. In Canada. It's like Europe. No,
Yeah,
actually,
they're playing this in kindergartens all over.
it's really. No, I think there are moments that if you mute, like we all watch those movies with our families when we were younger. Your mom or your dad would just mute the movie.
Yeah.
I watched this with my family too, and they're not here right now. So
Jake.
Well, yeah. Sorry.
No. Go ahead. If you're gonna say something.
I was just gonna, Alex's like young cousins came to the screening yesterday, and they liked it.
They did.
It's like, I think a 12-year-old would like it.
Yeah.
Because like that's the kind of movie that I would watch. I also think an adult would like it, but it's not so horrible. You wouldn't. Never mind. Whatever.
Yeah,
I think it's viewable for a lot of ages. I think with like the right guidance.
Yeah. There are no bad words, just bad intentions. And this movie has a lot of bad intentions.
So seriously, Jake, when you realized that you had your leads cast, what was your first reaction when you knew like this is who you got? And what was y'all's reaction to knowing you got casts? So obviously a conversation amongst the three of you all.
So you mean like the moment that we cast them? Because there's stories about each of them.
I think I can speak to Storm's kind of. So when I was doing my chemistry read, like I hadn't gotten the part yet. I was still doing the audition process, and they were pretty confident with Storm. I think you had gotten the part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Storm just dropped
the mic right now and walks off.
Yeah, she booked it immediately. But I remember
deal with it.
I remember specifically walking into the chemistry read, one of the final audition processes, and doing it with Storm and being like, "Oh, this movie is going to be amazing if she's the lead. Like this is going to be so good." I remember clearly thinking that. Like, and there was no camera, I couldn't see anything. Just our interaction, I could tell that like they had found the perfect lead for their film. So that really, as soon as I had that, I was like, I need to do this. I need to do this film.
And for you, Storm?
Sounds like she just walked
Yeah,
in.
we were like, it'll work, I guess. He was so great. It was so interesting being able to be involved in the audition process. I've never had the opportunity before. But it really is like that the right person, like when they walk in, and it's just I don't know how to explain it because it kind of sucked knowing that now. Because now when I go into an audition and I don't get it, I know like they're like, eh. But when Alex walked in and like he started doing his thing, it was like, wow, yeah, this is absolutely the perfect guy. And it was just kind of like that for anybody that I did the chemistry reads with. It was like, oh yeah, this is the guy. So
I also love how this is. I also love how this is the setup of a Hallmark movie right now. Like when they walk in, you just know it right off the bat, and then the music starts playing, and the camera slow-mos.
Okay, so Jake, now you're back. Yeah, so what was your initial reaction again once you knew you had your leads and basically what you had written down, you were ever going to see it come to fruition, and these were going to be the two people to do it?
Yeah, I mean, they both just brought so much more to the role than Andy and I had written. There's a lot of Alex and Storm in their roles just to make the film way, way funnier than it ever could have been without them. We had so many really good people audition, but when we saw both of them, we just knew that there's nobody better. And I'm really happy that so much of the reaction to the film is just specifically focused on the acting and these guys specifically, because the acting in Hallmark movies is not great generally. And so to see actually good acting is so refreshing and really makes a huge difference.
And so let's talk really quickly about the writing. So Jake, All About Who You Know, you wrote yourself, and in this movie you had a co-writer, Alex. I think it was Alex.
Andy.
Yeah. What was that like to kind of have a co-writer? How was that experience? And did you just kind of play off each other the entire time and kind of throw jokes off each other?
Yeah, it was very different. I've never co-written anything before, and I never thought that I would. Who You Know took me years and years to write, and is obviously very different. But this is still so much my style, and luckily Andy and I and Storm and Alex we all have the same sense of humor and the same sensibilities. So this was so much quicker, so much more fun because it's not a solitary writing process. You're not sitting alone for years and years trying to think of where things should go. It's basically just Andy writes the scene. When he's done, 15 minutes later, I read it. And I think that's really funny. And then I add a bunch of jokes, and then I write the next scene, and then he reads it, and we're just trying to make each other laugh. And so that's a great way to know if it's funny, is if he's laughing or if I'm laughing, then the joke stays in the movie.
And for a film like this, where you have just so much kind of irreverent, humor.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, we can still hear you.
Okay.
For a film like this, where you have so much kind of irreverent and just crazy humor, Storm and Alex, how did you all get to kind of like improvise as well? Did you throw out your own ideas with how did you all kind of contribute to the humor? Did you take things in another direction than what Jake and Andy had written? Nope.
No, it was such a really fun challenge because almost everything that we say exactly how it was written, like word for word. There would be times where sometimes I would be having trouble with the words and they'd come out a little different. And then once we were done the take, Jake would be like, yeah, Storm, so it was actually, and then I'd have to go and switch the words back into its order. And so it was pretty much line for line.
Just awesome natural humor.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah. No. Funny with the mute part. I think, Jake was pretty great. Like it's the writing is just so good. You really didn't want to deviate too far from it, right? And just because the jokes were so well planned. So whenever like Storm or I would go off, he would come back and help us back on track, because that ultimately would make the whole kind of bit the best it could be. But one of the first things I noticed was like how similar of a sense of humor I found myself to have with Jake. And it's like, that was like one of the first days of shooting. And that just makes you feel great when you know the director has like the exact same kind of sense of humor.
Yeah.
And it's a humor you appreciate. You just feel like safe. And I trusted him with everything pretty much.
But to Storm and Alex's credit, there's so many funny things that they added that weren't in the script. Like one of my favorite moments is when Storm is screaming and driving in the car near the end of the film when she has the dog. And she's screaming and screaming and screaming. And she just says, oh, fuck. And that's just her like being tired of screaming. And that wasn't in the script. And when I was editing and found that, I had to put that in. And then there's a bunch of little Alexisms that are so funny. Just him him making little noises or doing little things that are so funny that I included.
See, there you go. Jake, you know, he's not a taskmaster. He lets you kind of.
Yeah. Everyone's allowed to say one word that it wasn't.
He let him play a little bit. It was fun.
Yeah. So I told this to Jake on the side. I was bringing it to the interview now. How the hell and what was the overall atmosphere bringing Haley Chester to this film?
She is the most wonderful woman. The most wonderful woman.
Yeah, we're all big fans.
Yeah, just like the most interesting life. Supremely talented. Like anything she would do, I would laugh.
And so nice and so kind and I don't know if she's unlike her character, but I felt bad getting her to say the things that I made her say. Yeah, there was a few times, especially when we were like in the cafe in the first few scenes packed with people, and I was like, Alex, call her a, you know what? And then she was and she's just like, what are you doing? I was like, don't worry about it. There's also a lot of times where she's like, what's that joke? And I'm like, don't worry about it. But she's amazing, and hopefully will be in every movie that I ever make along with these guys.
Yeah, Cup of Cheer 2, where we all just change roles.
Yeah. Her poor Google search history after this movie is gonna be
breaking news. Jake says if this does well enough that I could be in Cup of Cheer 2. So
be careful here. You don't know what he's gonna make you say. You gotta be careful.
I want to be Mary Lady, by the way. Like no fans or buts. That's gender been that way.
So Jake, one of the things that I was surprised with this film is the music was just awesome. Like it's this like punk kind of Christmas album that you could totally just release as its own, you know, standalone work. So yeah, hopefully. Where did you find this band? And you know, like were these all made for the album, or did they have something beforehand?
Yeah, so Braden Barry is our composer. He also plays the henchman in the movie. And he did all the score and all the original songs in the movie. He's like in a movie filled with ridiculously talented people. I think everyone will agree, is the most talented
by far.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He can do anything. He also does the voiceover in the trailers. Like he can do anything. And so he made all those original songs for us. He composed the entire movie on his laptop. He had never composed before. It sounds like an orchestral score. And all those songs actually will be released. The first single comes out next Tuesday, November 7th. The single When Snow Falls, which is the song in the credits, that comes out in Spotify and iTunes. And then the whole album will be released in a few weeks.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that's so weird. You say he was a henchman because when I saw him in the film, I was like, "Damn, that looks like someone out of Fallout Boy." And apparently, it is.
Yeah.
Oh man! So much like I said in the review, there's nothing about this film that feels indie to me, and that's just the extra icing on the cake. This film has a soundtrack releasing, so that's a big deal. That's a big deal.
It's been on repeat. Like it's all I've been listening to is the soundtrack.
We see that.
I said this in the review. Like I rewound the credits like 3 or 4 times just to listen to it while I was writing my review because it's so catchy.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
And so sincere, the song at the end, because it's like funny, joke, and then the credits, and it's like, wow, that's a good song.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, all right. So if you've been part of interviews that me and David have conducted, this is the part where we kind of really try to get to know the cast and the stars of the film just a little bit closer, asking some questions that correlates to the film to kind of see if it actually reflects in their personal life. So, David.
They're all lightweight. You can choose not to answer if you want, although given what Jake made you say, I don't think anything I'm asking will offend anyone. So first question, what's your go-to drink order? Hot chocolate, coffee, tea, something else?
Pumpkin spice latte.
Ooh.
By and far, pumpkin spice latte is the drink of the season. It is delicious. Yeah.
I my go-to is vanilla iced coffee.
Very sweet, very, very sweet orders. Okay, Jake, are you more of a brooding black coffee man?
I think vanilla matcha green tea latte. I think all Canadians have a bit of a sweet tooth. Food is a lot sweeter up here.
Yeah, it's all the maple syrup in our blood.
Well, you need that extra energy because of the frigid cold and the elk. So,
how about you two? What your drink of choice?
Wait, did you say else?
I said elk.
So I do not drink coffee, and I also don't really like tea. But if I had to go with a go-to drink that's like a guilty pleasure, it will be. Now I know you're going to criticize me here, but it'll be bubble tea, but actually the smoothies, not the tea.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
So wait, they blend the bubbles, or they make a smoothie and then add the bubbles after?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now on radar for today. Now that it's been brought up.
Today's sponsor is bubble tea.
What about you, Dave?
I feel like I'm the old dad here. Black coffee. 4 cups a day. So.
Oh man,
I'm like Jake. I don't sleep. Are y'all from a small town, big city?
I feel like we're all from comparable sized suburbs around Toronto. Not really a small town like where we shot, but not really a big city either.
I guess I probably should have put it in between there.
Yeah,
I love
answer.
I love Aurelia too. That was a beautiful location to shoot at. Really nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it's as charming as it is in the movie. I saw a review the other day that was like, the movie's really good, but the parts where they went to Aurelia, I've never been there, so I didn't like those parts. I only like movies if they've been to where it's shot.
Did y'all film that during the holidays? Was it already set up like that, or did you have to set up all that Christmas cheer yourselves?
Well, yeah, it was in late February. So Jess, our production designer, I swear to God, didn't sleep for a month. She was decorating the whole town pretty much by herself. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Did she just go into, I don't know what the equivalent up there is of like Target on the day after Christmas, just buy like everything?
That's actually smart too.
Yeah, we went to Walmart. We got everything at like 75% off while they were clearing the shelves after Christmas. And all that stuff is still in a garage somewhere, right, waiting for the sequel.
So if you throw a dart at a map, where would you end up?
Wow.
Depends on your aim.
Yeah.
This is your question, so you kind of gauge your aim.
Throw a dart at a map. Where's it going to end up?
Is that like where we want it to end up?
Hopefully the hell out of 2020.
Yeah. It could be where you want it to end up. It could be a recognition of your dart skills, and maybe it'll be slightly off to where you want to end up. It could be in the ocean. I mean, this is up to you.
I'll start. I'll just say Aurelia, It's just got a good vibe. I've shot both my movies there. I want to keep making movies there. Everyone is so
Awesome.
helpful. It's a lovely town.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Two
That's a
for
great
Willie.
answer. Great question.
Aruba.
Yeah. Yeah, Cuba, please.
So like my answer is I'd probably aim for like Japan, but my aim would be off, so I'd get into like North Korea or something like that.
Yeah. I'd you know what? I will say this: Canada's a pretty large country. I have a pretty bad aim, so I just aim for Canada. I'm
I hope you land somewhere.
and I
good.
hope I land somewhere good. I'm really happy with like the not doing so much travel this year. I thought was going to be like the worst. But the only places I've gone have been in Canada. Like I've been able to see parts of these countries that I haven't been able to see. Look at me get choked up about talking about my own country, right?
I know, I feel like a flag should like drop back behind you. And,
Right behind me. Yeah.
oh,
I love me some Canada, so I'm right with you on that. And Storm, I don't think you gave a location.
Well, I was gonna say Italy, but I think since Jake said Aurelia, I would say Mariposa. I hope that my dart would land right on Mariposa and I would get to go eat all of their food and just be there in my happy place.
Great answer.
In Aurelia, where of course a lot of Who You Know took place in that bakery, and then for this one we shot right outside of it, out on the main street, and they have amazing food.
There's a lot of really good shops in Aurelia. There are a lot of really good food. But Mariposa is definitely my favorite.
Let's get.
I like how our answers are all just like anywhere but America, anywhere but 2022, and you're all like, I'd just stay in Canada and be happy, and love life.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
The year just stalled, so I'll just take over. He'll pop back in. His earnest been in and out. Do you all have like a cherished childhood toy or stuffed animal?
Yeah, I used to have a blanket that I carried around with me for a very long time, like too long. Many things in my early life were like too long. Like I got rid of my like soother, like my baba, you know, when I was like 5. The dentist had to tell me I had to let it go. I gave it to Santa like 3 times. Santa kept taking it. I kept asking for it again. So yeah.
I have a bunch of these little basset hound stuffed animals because I used to have a basset hound. I was so obsessed with her. She was amazing. So my mom just kept giving me little basset hound things. So I still have a bunch of just little basset hounds in my apartment.
and now Christmas dog, right? Christmas dog's on there too.
Dog.
My answer is the same as Alex. It was a little blanket that I had for too long. There's like a painting of my my parents and the kids, my brothers and sister, and everyone like has a little trait, and mine was like the little blanket that I carried around.
That was a much sweeter answer for everyone.
I think my mom still has it somewhere.
Yeah, your mom probably definitely still has it. Right?
What is the craziest thing you've done to hide from an ex?
To what?
The craziest thing you've done to hide from an ex.
Hide from an ex. Oh. What is the craziest
I don't think I've ever had to hide from an ex before. I don't think I've ever seen them afterwards.
Whoa, that's dark.
No, we just never run into them.
They just disappear. I don't know what happens to them. They just never heard from again.
Disappeared. It was so weird.
I love that scene, by the way.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I don't know if I've ever like hid from an ex. I think
Jake's like, there's no way I'm answering this.
Jake's like, my ex is watching me right now. I can't say anything.
Jake hand is slowly moving like.
You see the little red dot like show up on his.
Running his lawnmower. That's the ex that I'm gonna kill.
Do y'all have a go-to holiday tradition?
Or go to holiday tradition.
Okay, I'll go.
Yeah.
So,
Wow, the Grinches over here.
my family and I, we would all set up our tree together. So we'd put all the lights on and all the ornaments and stuff and put them in our little special places. So we'd always put the tree up together.
Nice. That lawnmower is killing them.
That lawnmower is killing them. Trying to think about holiday traditions, but this. Lawnmower.
Storm's right on point with like some of the really simple things. Like we always allowed to open up one gift before Christmas, so they kind of like get you into it a little bit. So like when a kid, you want to open up the big one, but you got to wait for that. But nonetheless, one gift before Christmas each year.
And then your parents just wrap like a bunch of cleaning rags in a giant box. And
I've never been bamboozled actually either. Thank God, that probably traumatized me.
All right, what is your favorite Christmas movie? Other than Cup of Cheer, obviously.
Yes, that's my answer.
That's tough.
I really like Christmas Vacation.
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
Something about that film. I just love it. I think it's the perfect amount of everything,
I think maybe Elf.
Elf's a good one. It's a classic.
Yeah. Good mix of everything.
Miracle on 34th Street.
Ooh, wow.
That is a classic. That is.
I think I know yours is yours. I think I know what yours is going to be.
Nah, you don't.
Oh,
you don't. And then you want to say Die Hard, but it's not.
Die Hard is fun, actually. That's a classic that I watch every year.
He was mad that you didn't have any Die Hard references in Cup of Cheer.
In the sequel,
I was waiting for it. I knew it was coming. I was like, oh. Mine's is actually Jingle All the Way.
Oh, great film. That's a
got to get Turbo Man.
And mine is Anna and the Apocalypse.
Oh,
Watch it every year, at least since it came out.
Yeah, you definitely did say you loved that film.
Yeah. I mean, this film knocks it out, but Anna and the Apocalypse is such a good film. What is your least favorite and least favorite holiday movie trope?
Least favorite holiday movie trope.
Favorite and least favorite?
Yeah. Or you can pick and choose. I'm flexible.
Man, these are great questions.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My least favorite was always that they always say hot cocoa, never hot chocolate.
Ooh.
So obviously I called it out in this one. But whoever says hot cocoa, I don't know.
No one.
No, that moves into like when I saw the Santa Claus, and in that one scene where like we've been perfecting the best hot cocoa for like millennia.
Yeah.
And that like I watched that when I was like 8, and from that moment I wanted to find the best hot cocoa.
Right, because hot chocolate seems like a different thing.
Yeah, hot chocolate's like watery, distilled, like it's gross.
Yeah.
But hot cocoa, it's like there's something beautiful about that. So I get hot cocoa actually on like my first.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
On my first date with my girlfriend, we spent the day trying to find good hot cocoa.
Did you find it?
No.
And I never saw her again, just like all of Storm's exes. It was disappeared. Hot cocoa sounds so much more innocent and delectable than hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Storm?
I'm just going to hop right onto that hot cocoa train.
Oh, I didn't know it was such a touchy subject.
I'm definitely two things. One, I'm starting to really love Christmas themed pop-up bars. Those are starting to frequently be my like must do. But I
got some bad news for you this year. It's
yeah, I know. But I absolutely just cringe at the what is that? A mistletoe just hanging over them. Always that most coincidental moment. This is like to be honest, I feel like I've never seen a mistletoe in real life.
I was gonna say the same thing. I don't even know what a mistletoe looks like.
It's always their grandma too, walking around with it.
Yep.
Right? Stop. Yeah.
Mine is more of just like a romantic movie, but also Christmas movie trope. It's when things are like over-explained in them to the, like, so because the audience can't figure it out. I hate that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But then, you know, I love the cheer and the good feelings, the good vibes, and apparently zombies too. That's also my favorite Christmas movie trope is zombies.
We can have zombies in the sequel for you. We're taking recommendations.
Cup of Fear.
Don't say we have a Halloween.
Fear.
We've already talked about it, David.
Can I be a zombie?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, awesome.
Oh, I didn't know if you had any more. Sorry about that.
I don't know they're very good, so I'll just.
Well, on that note, then. Well, again, I will say make sure that you definitely stop by cupofchairmovie.com. You can get your movie tickets for the local drive-in theaters, which is definitely a good experience. I will, much like I said in my review, I definitely highly suggest that you drink responsibly, but also encourage, because it's definitely one of those type of movies where not only are you going to unwind, but adding a little bit of extra to that unwind is definitely going to take this over the top for you. And also you can get exclusive cast and crew Q&A screenings as well on the website. And the deal is, if this movie does good, then I can be in the third one. So I know you guys love me, so let's do the second one. So like second one, third film, but second. But yes, you know you love me, so like help us out here. But now, nonetheless, seriously, unbiasedly, you definitely want to check this movie out. It's a good movie getting you into the holiday spirit with tons of laughs for all ages. I mean, I don't know. Alice said it's for kids. Alice says for kids. So get your toddlers out. Make sure they're propped up right. Get them their milk and have a good time with them. And of course, today we talked to Jake Horowitz, the writer and director, and the stars of the film, Storm Steenson and Alexander Oliver. You three, thank you so much for taking time to talk to us. Any other closing remarks from you all before we get out of here?
I'll just say what I always say, which is that if you like the movie, it would mean a lot if you told your friends about it and shared, tweeted about it, hashtag Cup of Cheer, and told us what you thought about it. The movie is really only going to spread if people are telling everybody about it. We think that everybody's going to really like it and find it funny. So yeah, make sure you share it, tell your friends. It's on Tubi to watch for free starting from today. Everybody can go ahead and watch it. It's also on Amazon. It's on Comcast. It's on VOD. You can find it wherever, but it's free on Tubi. So watch it and tell everyone else to watch it.
Thank you so much, guys. This was great.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. Absolutely loved it.
Thank you so much.
Jake, this sounds like a good advertisement for you. Like this holiday, don't spread COVID, spread cheer. Cup of cheer.
Perfect. Yeah.
That is perfect.
All right, everybody. So thank you so much for checking out our review of Men in Black 4 today. And, and we'll catch you all very soon.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Big old bell.